Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. Before I get into the video, I just wanted to bring to your attention, I'm running one-to-one sessions again. I'm back running one-to-one sessions again. If you need some support, you need some light shed on your current situation, you can always book a one-to-one session with me. The end of the month empath group meeting is also coming up on the 30th, so it's not long left. There are still places available. It's a great opportunity for you to meet fellow like-minded empaths, connect with them, share business cards, social media. And also I'm running crisis email support. For those of you that wouldn't like to be on a video call, for example, you can always reach out to me for support via the crisis email support. All the links for these that I mentioned will be in the description box below. Thank you. But going into the video, when the narcissist realizes no matter what they do, they can't get you back. What you've got to understand about these narcissists involved in your life is, right, however it ended, right, you cut them off, they discarded you regardless, right? Reverse discard regardless, right? In their minds, at least for a time, right, these individuals think they can still be part of your life. They think in their minds they can still be part of your life. That's what they believe. But what they don't take into account is sometimes when the empath is pushed too far, right? When the empath is pushed too far, there's no way back for them into the empath's life, right? And they don't realize this till it's too late, you know? They don't realize this till it's too late. When an empath door slams, bolts, and welds it shut, it's not half-heartedly done. There's no room for them to get back in, you see? But let's just bring up an example. For example, let's say you were discarded by the narcissist involved in your life, right? Or reverse discarded, right? No, regardless. Let's say you could even cut them off, right? Regardless, any form. But you've witnessed the narcissist that was involved in your life move on very, 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 very quickly with a new supply. What you've got to understand about the mindset of the narcissist when they're carrying out these actions is they're doing this to punish you. You are in their mind why they're doing this, right? There's a long host and list of reasons. Host is the wrong word, but there's a long list of reasons why these narcissists involved in your life are trying to punish you, right? But let's just name a few, right? It could be that you're hard to control, right? You're hard to control. And they figured out in their minds that the best way to control you is to pull away from you, is to go on with a new supply, is to try and punish you in that way. It could be the narcissistic injuries that are inflicted on them throughout the duration of the relationship. So they feel like they want some revenge. They want to get back at you. They want to cause you some pain, right? They're basically wanting revenge. They're wanting to punish you, right? They're wanting to punish you. So it could be because you're hard to control. It could be because of narcissistic injuries. It can be for some of the most bizarre and weirdest, deranged reasons why these narcissists involved in your life are trying to punish you. It could be because they're envious and jealous of you. I made a video about that earlier today. It could be because they're envious and jealous of you, you know, like you outshone them, you know, and they didn't feel center stage, so they're trying to punish you for that, you know. It could be to cause you grief in your life, to distract you from your goals, your purpose, your ambition, right? To distract you from your path, you know. So you focus on them. whatever the reason is, it doesn't really matter. What you gotta understand about these narcissists involved in your life is they go too far. They just don't know when to stop. They don't know when to stop. Yeah. And the thing is, there is a percentage of victims of narcissistic abuse that when they witness the narcissist that was involved in their life move forward with a new supply, for example, like their world falls apart, right? But I've spoken to victims of narcissistic abuse that when they see that the narcissist that was involved in their life has gone on with a new supply, it more or less brings them closure, you know? They get to a place in their mind, the victim gets to a place in their mind where they're like, yeah, it stings a little bit when they first realize it. Perhaps they noticed them on social media. Perhaps they were parading down the street holding hands in their face. You know, it stings them a little bit. But once they get over that initial hit that hurts their emotions, they begin to start seeing, hold on a minute. You know, they'll see through the veil. They'll be like, hang about. All right, that person's a downgrade. Or they'll be like, that person's a dusty as well. Or they'll figure something out about the new supply and see that the new supply is a dusty, right? Dusty weirdo as well. Or they'll see something, they'll just know, they'll just get a sense that this narcissist has aligned with that new supply for a plot, for a scheme, for revenge. And you can tell. They orchestrate their whole social media accounts with these new supplies in hopes to make you jealous. But if you can see beneath the veil, you will see that they're doing this with their social media in spite of you, right? But the thing is about these narcissists that are involved in your life is they aren't sincerely pairing up with these new supplies, you know, looking for a bright future. You know, they're trying to shift your mindset, to make you chase after them, to make you hurt, to make you upset, to try and destroy you and punish you, right? So they do all of this, okay? But like I said, there's a percentage of chosen ones, and there's a percentage of victims of narcissistic abuse, right, that get so hurt by seeing them do this, and they can't take it. They literally can't take it. But there's some victims of narcissistic abuse that see through it. Like I said, they see through it. They're like, hang about, that's a downgrade. But what I want you to do is not be hurt by this. You've witnessed them go on. You've witnessed them go with a new supply. They've done the worst thing. You know, even if your relationship ended, witnessing them go on with a new supply can be painful, and it's wrong, you know, the way that they rush off so soon. But you've just got to realize that the reason they're rushing off so soon is to hide their pain, is to hide their hurt, conceal their pain, try and busy up their life with a new supply, distract themselves from reality, right? You've got to see through the veil of why they're actually doing this, okay? But they do all this, and in their delusional, stupid minds, they actually think, for a time, until the time arises, they actually think in their minds that they can come back into your life whenever they please, okay? Now, I made a video the other day, and some of you didn't get it, right? And I knew it. I said it at the beginning of the video. I said, some of you are going to disagree with this. So I knew that there's going to be people that disagree with it, right? But what I said in that video was talking about when you send a final message to the narcissist, right? Because the point that I was making is you're a lot further ahead than many victims of narcissistic abuse. Not just because of this channel, our channel, but because of other channels alike. You've grown in knowledge, you've grown in wisdom, you've educated yourself, right? And what I said is if they're ignoring you, they're stonewalling you, they're triangulating you, they're doing all these games or whatever they're doing, right? you've got the opportunity to send a final message, short, sweet, precise, and you can say to them, I know what you are. You're a dusty weirdo, right? You're disgusting. You manipulate, you lie, you cheat, you betray, whatever it might be, right? You betray. There's absolutely no way on earth I want anything to do with you. Go on with your dusty new supply, right? Go on with your dusty new supply. I don't want nothing to do with you. Or you could just leave it and say nothing, right? It's both as powerful. But the reason why I was making that point about saying something final is because it gives you the closure of the unsaid word, so that they were not reciprocating or not trying to hear you out. It gives you the closure, and they will read that, right? And it makes them know that it makes it, known to God, makes it known to the universe, that makes it known to them too, that you want absolutely nothing to do with them, right? But some disagreed. Now, I totally understand the reason why you disagree, because no contact is just as powerful. No contact is better. Even if you do that final message, it's giving them supply. I get all of that. I was just saying it for the benefit of those that are struggling with closure, And some people did say that, I can't remember the name of the person who commented it. Someone said that their therapist actually told them to write a letter, write a letter to themselves, and if they want to send it, they can send it. And I'm not sure, I can't remember rightly if they did send it or they didn't send it. But they said, they said they did send it, and they've got a feeling that they read it. They didn't hear nothing back. And I did mention that in the video. You're not going to hear nothing back when you call them out on their narcissistic shenanigans. You're not going to hear anything back when you call them out, right? But this is what I'm saying. When the narcissist realizes no matter what they do, they can't have you back. That's the reason why I was saying, when you say that final message across to them, when they're out trying to glorify their new supply, and you've already told them about themselves that you want nothing more to do with them. And I've spoken to people in sessions that have done this as well. They've told the narcissist that was involved in their life they want nothing more to do with them, right? The narcissist is going to think in their minds, just slightly, they're going to think, maybe they still want me back, They're going to start doubting what you've said, right? They're going to start doubting what you've said, but it's going to hit them hard. It's going to be powerful. It's going to hit them hard, right? But if you don't choose to do that, and you leave it, right, and you just go silent, and there's going to be a point in time when this narcissist that was involved in your life tries to reach out back to you. And that's what some of you mentioned in the comment section. You would rather wait till the narcissist reaches back out to you, and then you put them on blast and you door slam bottom while it's shut. And that is powerful too, right? But I'm just saying, for those that is can't wait for that, or don't have the patience to wait for that, you can just tell them about themselves. Because even when you tell them about themselves, right, they'll still try and creep back up. Narcissists that are involved in your life can do some of the most worst stuff to you, right? Cause you the most amount of pain, hurt, betrayal. And they still try to make an attempt with a temperament checker to check if you're willing to engage with them. And this can happen after years and years apart, right? In some cases, even decades, right? They will reach out of a temperament checker to check if you're still engaging. But the moment that a narcissist finally knows, right? So that's what I'm saying. Even if you do send that final message, you'll still get a hoover from them. You'll still get a hoover from them. It may just delay the hoover, but you'll get a hoover from them. You will. You'll get a hoover from them. And when I said it may delay it, it might not delay it. You might get an immediate response. But I'm just saying, they will reach out to you, nevertheless, at some point in time. And it's at that point in time, I don't want you to be hurt, upset, brokenhearted about them moving on with someone new, going on with a new supply. I don't want you to be all hurt and in your feelings about that. I want you to be so assured of yourself, knowing that you're the prize, right? They was blessed to have you in their life, right? Look at it like that, you know. Don't be upset about them. Don't be upset about them. They were blessed to have you in their life. Once you fully deep that and understand it, that anyone that comes into your life is blessed to have you in their life. They're blessed. Thing is about the nature of humankind, right? And narcissists involved in that. Even humankind at large, they don't appreciate things when they have it. It's only when they lose it do they start to appreciate. But this happens to narcissists too. And that is exempt from many, a wide variety of, not all channels, but a wide variety of information that you receive online. They make out that the narcissist is exempt from somehow feeling that sort of pain of knowing that they missed out on their blessing. You know? They're not exempt from knowing that they missed out on their blessing. They feel that pain very deeply. So once they know there's absolutely no way back in your life, right? Once they know that you've actually become someone new, someone with more discernment, someone who's more enhanced, someone who's ascended, someone who's developed, someone who's educated themselves, someone who's not going to be that same subservient person in their life no longer. They've not only lost you, they've even lost the version of you that existed. That's why I don't hear channels talk about. They've lost the version of you that existed prior. There's nothing they can do to get that version back. Once you start going down the healing journey and you start bettering your life, like there's no way they can get that version back of you again, right? There's absolutely no way. When you door slam bolt on what it's shut and you make it clear, you want nothing more to do with them. You don't want nothing more to do with them. You're done with them. You washed your hands with them. You're getting on with your life. You're improving your life. You're bettering your life for you, your family, whoever, your loved ones. You're focusing on your career. You're focused on your projects. You're focused on your goals. Perhaps you meet someone new. Like, they're not prepared for that, right? So they become desperate. They become desperate. They will do some of the most bizarre things, like unimaginable things, to get any remnants of supply from you. They will create fake profiles to talk to you, right? You could be innocently on a dating app, innocently talking to some new people, and someone starts talking to you and you engage with them. And little do you know that it's actually the narcissist. This happens. It's fact. It happens. Be careful out there. They are weirdos. They would much rather try and coerce you into forming a relationship with someone online when it's really them behind the screen, frantically breathing, like, and sweating, like, loving the fact that they're talking to you, right? They would much rather do that than, because they know that you've washed your hands with them. There's nothing more that you want to do with them. So they need to, the only way they can approach you is literally by making themselves appear as if there's someone else. You know? They've already done that at the very beginning when they made themselves appear like there's someone else. But now they're generally making themselves appear like there's someone else. Like a whole new person. You know? That's what they do. You know? I've heard of this. You know, narcissists doing this. I've spoken to survivors of narcissists involved in their lives doing this to them. Right? Making